Do you want to clap?
You did clap.
Can we clap again?
Please clap
Can
again.
you please clap again?
Seeing that we don't have the clapper here.
Yeah.
Once again, second week in a row.
Second week in a row.
Yay!
Yay! Duty!
Yeah.
Duty! Yes.
I think so too.
Can we call you Jason Momoa of Pet Central?
He's just with his hair, his flowing locks. Eh?
I think
he's
he's-
loving life.
He's bragging because we've got nothing in the hair department.
Yeah, I mean,
Jeez.
I'm wearing a cap now after Rory O'Brien's comment.
I know. Shout out to Rory O'Brien for
Yeah.
insulting Carl Lewis's
Yeah,
hair. He didn't even comment on the show. He's just like, but look at your hair.
yeah. I know.
Yeah. Rory was our wicketkeeper at Saints. Gun player.
Are we going to introduce the show now?
Yes, we are. Before we introduce it, I just want to double check with our producer. Can you see our faces? You can. Okay. Carl Lewis,
Go.
let's do it. Away, what's up? A warm welcome to episode 3 of Non-Traveling Reserves, proudly powered by bet.co.za. Away, let's do it.
We've made it to episode 3. Very proud of us. And the response has been so good that Betcoza have given us a special bonus code. So if you sign up with
Amazing.
Betcoza, you use the bonus code NTR100 and your first deposit, they'll match it 100% up to 2,000 Rand. So
Away, thanks to the love, bet.co.za. Thank you for, again, just enjoying the space that we get to operate in as ourselves and powering all the gears and all the love and all the sloffies and all the shorts and all the dress codes and all the everything.
let's quickly, before we talk about the topics that we're speaking about, can we touch on the dress code? How we are missing memos constantly.
I wore shorts because last week you wore shorts.
Yes.
And then I saw you. I'm like, bro, I'm not even wearing shoes. As I'm standing, my feet are on my sloffies.
Oh my word.
That's how much I love big bare feet. And now you're wearing you're wearing my.
And your outfit, the black.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, there's supposed to be a casual and light show, but at least like,
Do you like my Snoopy
at
shirt?
least feign professionalism.
I think a Snoopy shirt is I'm Charlie Brown. Listen, let's do this. When we do our 10th episode, when we hit double figures, we're matching out.
Yes, let's do
Actually, I'm gonna take you shopping. I'm gonna take you shopping,
that. No.
and we're gonna go buy. You know those cool matching shorts and shirts that
Yes.
they wear to the festivals.
Yes.
We're gonna go buy that.
Okay.
My treat.
Let's do that.
I'm being serious.
Okay.
Duty, you can come, but you must pay for yourself.
Can we also just I want to talk
I'm joking, Duty.
I want to talk about the topics that but
Yes.
can we also just talk about the fantastic editing job?
Bruh, Duran, thank you so much. I'm looking at you over the camera. You are fire, bruh. Like, the man's been sending us messages in the early hours of the morning, working through load shedding, the attention to detail, the zooming in, the zooming out.
Yeah.
Thank you for creating magic. We just a combination. We just a pair, but the magic lies in the editing. So thank you very much.
Appreciate it. So today's topics, we're changing the format up just a little. So first we're going to start off with what we call the warm-up.
Yes.
And we'll get to that very, very soon. And then our main topics is the Conrad Bavuma area starts off with a 2-0 win. Obviously, the Proteas beating the West Indies in the test matches very convincingly. Temba's 100. And then we go to Arsenal leading the way in the Premier League.
Can you believe it?
They're not falling. I mean, we thought they were going to fall, but they haven't just yet. But there's still 11 games to go.
Yep.
And then, I mean, I was watching Six Nations rugby this weekend. And I mean, the Boks have a huge task on their hands if they are to defend their Rugby World Cup crown. And then we'll just end off the show with our cool down, a couple of other topics that we wanted to touch on.
And as non-traveling reserves, warm-ups are very important because
Yes.
even though we're sitting on the couch, our hamstrings could go with sudden movements of play the ball, make a substitute. The cool down is even more important because it ensures that we can spend time with our loved ones, family, and friends after the disappointment or the success of a specific team.
I know you made that hamstring thing as a joke, but
No,
I've
dead serious.
legitimately torn my hamstring twice out of the last 3 times I played touch rugby. So,
Serious.
yeah, wasn't lekker.
When I was in my 20s, I never knew about the term snipers. And then when I hit my 30s, my friends would say, oh, there was a sniper at touches yesterday.
Yes.
And then I was like, what's a sniper? Please tell us, Carl Lewis.
When you and it seems like someone sniper shot you.
So if you see a over 30 busy running and he believes in his speed or her speed, but then their muscles don't believe in their speed and they just fall like a sniper shot them. So to all the people that's sprinting and have never sprinted in 20 years, snipers are not worth it. Look after your health, please.
Absolutely. So let's get the warm-up started.
Yes.
So the warm-up is idea that I'm pushing now. So basically after Temba's 100, it was, for me personally, I was so stoked to see him score 100.
Where were you when he scored the ton?
I was at home watching.
Okay. Run me through it. What were you wearing? How was the hour in the build-up to when he was in his 80s? I want to know this.
So, Loki, I had a bit of a nap. And then I woke up when he was in his 90s and I was like, oh, I'm all in.
Yes.
I'm all in. And I was trying to let my household know what a big occasion it was.
Okay.
But anyway, it was a big moment. So it got me thinking for the warm-up. We ask ourselves a question. We ask each other a question. And you, in the comment section, like, what's been your favorite innings you've ever watched?
Yes.
So, ever.
Whether
Anything
it's on TV, whether it's the live
on
match.
TV, live. So, yeah, that's my question to you, and I'll answer it after
Can I
that.
throw in 2?
Yes, you can.
Just for today.
No,
Okay.
I've got many.
I'm going to go. The first one was Chris Gayle scoring a century at Newlands.
In the World Cup opener.
No,
Oh.
it was in a test match.
Oh.
And it was, bro, he came in like after tea time. I don't know if you remember this match. Chris Gayle came in after tea time, unless my memory and my age is going completely.
Yeah.
And by the time the close of play happened, he'd murdered a ton.
Yeah.
It was one of the most amazing tons that I've ever seen. And it was early 2000s. I don't know the date exactly, but the one where I have proper memory recall
Yeah.
is about 2015-16,
Yeah.
New Year's test. Proteas up against England.
Yes.
Ben Stokes was murdering us.
He scored 250.
Yeah, he murdered us. And I remember South Africa going, yo, what do we have to celebrate here?
Yeah.
And then Temba penned his name in the history books, scoring his maiden ton. And it was just a great day for the world of cricket, for South African cricket.
Yeah. It
And the way Newlands appreciated that
Yo. I
was
also
pure
there.
gold. You were at the game as
I was
well.
also there covering the game as a reporter.
Yes, I got in with my media pass, but did not cover the game. Because that's what I do during
So
test
you
matches.
can imagine how busy I was, like contextualizing what a
Everything.
big moment it was.
Yeah.
I mean, that does stick in my memory. For me, my innings, I mean, there's so many to talk about.
Yes.
But I'm going to go with JP Dumini's 166
Down under.
against Australia. I don't think we would have ever won that series without JP's.
Yeah.
And let's not forget Dale Steyn. I mean, they shared a 180 run partnership.
Yes.
We were 290 for 8, and then we finished with 490. But I mean, that was only JP's second test. And, you know, I used to wake up in the early hours, sometimes stay up
To watch
and
the
watch
Down
the
Under.
Proteas get hammered through my childhood. So that was like a
Special era.
that just signified, okay, there's a shift in South African cricket under
Yes.
Graham Smith. But yeah, JP's innings was just phenomenal. 166 in your second test against Australia.
And,
it's huge.
and the context of it, because he'd been on a few tours before, but it was never batting him in the position that he
Yes.
deserved to bat in.
And he only played by chance. Ashwell Prince got injured.
Injured. Yep.
So here's another question, Dylan. We've played on the same cricket side, and I've seen you murder a ball before.
Ah!
What's your favorite innings that you've ever played?
My favorite innings, yo, Carl. Honestly, it was against Durbanville Cricket Club, and we chased about between 250 and 270,
Yeah.
if I recall correctly. And I scored, I think, 80, but like a quick 80 of like about 50 something balls.
Mm.
And it was, I shared a 100 partnership with Moeen Ali. He was our club pro.
Yeah.
This was before Mo played for England.
Yes.
He was in the England under 19 setup,
Yeah.
and then he was playing for Worcestershire County Cricket, and he had 2 seasons with Saints. This was his second one.
Yes.
Yeah, stroke of luck, my side. Mo was just like, play your game, see ball, hit ball.
Which year was this?
Dude, it was Johan Potties was still playing for
Potma.
yeah, Potma.
The fast bowler.
Yeah, fast bowler.
Okay.
George Linder was playing for Durbanville.
Okay.
Yeah, they had a good team.
Yes.
They had a
yes.
gun team. And yeah, that was when I was about 28, Carl.
Okay.
So that was 6 years ago.
Mm.
And great time. Just being able to, you know what it is? The best thing about club cricket is when you just enjoy playing with your brother.
Yo.
And that was it. We would either, but I've been in that team. We got bowled out. Buren Hendricks bowled us out. Do you remember that?
Bro, the guys were running scared with Buren Hendricks.
Buren, why did you bowl 140 plus to club
Yeah,
cricketers?
nah, that was just disgusting.
On a green deck
Yeah,
and
you didn't
bowl.
get me out.
Yeah.
I'm going to say that. You didn't get me
I
out.
faced 3 balls and I laughed because the first one, he pitched short of a length and I walked down the middle. I can't remember who I was batting with. I go, never saw it. eyes are not trained anymore. Never saw it. But we got bowled at for like less than 100.
Nah, I don't even want to talk. I think it could have been like 30 or 40.
Yes. But how cool for any club sportsman or woman across all different sports if the pros play for the club.
Yes.
And you remember that forever.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I just, on your point, because we're going to get to our main topics now, but on your point about that thing about cricket, just playing with your brasa, I'll tell you, I do not miss going to practice every Thursday,
100%.
Tuesday and Thursday.
Same.
But I do miss being part of a team and being part of something.
Bro, I missed the change room.
Yeah.
I missed the change room.
Our changing room was cutthroat.
Yeah.
That's where you learned your sharp comedy skills.
Yes,
You had to be on your toes.
For those who don't know, it was 11 players all in different WhatsApp groups. like you're the most unstable bunch that could show up on any day.
Yeah.
And that we had the most love for. We could fight before.
Yeah.
Cole was captain one year.
Yeah.
And then I remember you and Mullins.
No, weren't you captain?
No, you were captain that year. You were
I was mid on, yeah.
You were mid
and
on.
we had a fight.
Was I captain or you vice?
No, you were captain.
Yes.
You were captain.
I was
that
in the
time.
slips.
Yes, that's the season we got promoted.
Yes. Gun team.
Yeah, I was going through a breakup then, bruh. And I was a bit of emotional.
I just saw Mullins pointing at you. And I'm going, what is happening here? I think I played in the only team where bowling changes were made and you weren't even calling it as captain. Like,
Yeah, it was wild.
But the best team in terms of love and magical chaos.
I miss that.
And I know that every person listening here who's played a sport has had that time in their life.
Yes, where you just feel part of something.
But a bunch of average players, some above average, who somehow managed to click. Shout out to Ahmad Brown, one of the best club coaches that I've worked with.
Yeah, he was a good coach.
He spent 2 or 3 seasons with us as a team.
Yeah.
Psychologist as well.
And I mean, sure, we needed a trained psychologist there, but he did his best and he did really well.
Amazing. So, Carl and I are enjoying this so much. So, if you are a person who's still playing club sport and you're in your late 20s, your early 30s, enjoy this magic.
Yeah.
Because life happens with career, with family.
Yes.
And it can change overnight. If you're in your early 20s and in your teens, go play club sport. I know a lot of youngsters don't want to play anymore. There's so many other options of what
other
to
things
do.
to do, yeah.
But go enjoy.
But I respect the people who play club sport to this day in their adulthood. I mean, this has definitely been an extended warm-up. But
this is a result of club sport.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, 100%. Carl never had kit. I'll tell the story over and over. Yeah.
This is an extended. It was supposed to be a short segment.
Yes. Tell the people how you scored 100 in like your first few innings and Saints and then never scored more than double figures ever again.
Nah, I scored I came with a bang to Saints.
Yes. And tell them how you hit your first 6 man. You hit 1 6 in your whole career at Saints. We still filmed it.
No, man. I hit a few. Oh, yes, iced coffee. Yeah.
Just as a FYI,
thank you, guys.
Carl was a gun cricketer, man. He could play.
You were a good cricketer as well.
No, we were club cricketers. Don't you think that when I started...
This is not a club cricket podcast, though.
No. Okay. Let's go to non-traveling reserves.
Let's kick off our main topic.
Yes. Okay, Carl Lewis, let's get straight into it. The Proteas beat West Indies. They win the test series. New test captain, Temba Bavuma, scores 172.
Temba
Bavuma. I swallow my words when I speak, and that happens. Temba Bavuma.
You have a nice pimple there. I also have one.
I know.
It's like...
It's a lot there.
No, it's not a lot.
Is it
I just feel like we're going through the same thing currently.
I'm not sleeping well. I'm not eating well. I'm not drinking enough water. That's why I have water now.
Okay, well, you're looking healthy, if I'm allowed to say that.
You are. What I want you to say, though, is the magic that happened in the test series.
Yes.
We had debutants, we had centuries, we had fifers, we had a new era. Let's hear your thoughts before we play our next test match in 57 years' time.
Nah, 97 years' time. My thoughts, obviously, we need to keep in context that the West Indies is far from a great side.
Still a test nation.
They're still a test nation, and I love some of their players, but they're not the strongest opposition we'll ever find. But I think that's exactly maybe sometimes the series you need.
It's what we need as a new era.
Yes.
100%.
You sometimes need those gimmies, and there's a lot of positives to take out. Like, I mean, first and foremost, I think Bavuma's century was a long time coming for him.
He's half century in the first innings.
Yes.
Yeah, that's coming from a pair.
Yes.
Yeah.
But you see, even after when he got the pair in the first test, I wasn't worried because I knew he was going to perform. Come test match time, he performs, and when the backs are against the wall, that's when he...
Yes. Dude, he's our leading run scorer in the calendar year. They pulled up the stats in the test match. And I was going, shame, he's gotten so much heat. He's still the lead. Yes, not many centuries.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But so huge positive to go on top of a series win.
Yes.
And for Shukri Conrad, I mean, he won the first test. The second test, we played 2 spinners at the Wanderers, which is usually unheard of.
Yeah.
And it worked out. That's a positive. Obviously, Kagiso Rabada, Andrik Nokia, we knew they're world class. They just showed once again. But Gerald Coetzee.
Karate Kid.
Yes. Yeah.
I just when you get your man of the match performance one day, I just want to say, you must say shout out to Mr. Miyagi. And I wanted to do the Danielson kick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was a huge positive. Gerald Coetzee coming through, knowing that we have someone who can bowl 140 plus.
He's young.
And then the other positive is Aiden Markram back in the test side, opening him and Dean Alger in the first test. Scoring runs. Tony De Zorzi scoring runs.
50,
I'm really upset with him for not converting. That was a moment. That could have been a moment there. That was great. The 2 spinners I mentioned, that worked out. My concerns are still the middle order without Temba. Rickleton, he only played 1 test, unfortunate. But we have Keegan Peterson, we have Ryan Rickleton, Heinrich Klaassen, he was exposed in the short ball.
Yes.
I still believe in these guys as players.
Yes.
How they're going to play it, I mean, you see, they don't even have matches to test out and give runs.
We go into the second half of the year, and then we have the next test series.
In December, is it?
Yeah. Again, we don't have the dates because...
Thanks for your edit last week, Durant. Appreciate it.
Also, for those who told me that Durant spelled McLaren with an I, that's fine, because in his language, an I is an E, and an E is an I. And he's Afrikaans, so he was editing at 4 a.m., which meant that
his daughter was...
He was listening to Nelly. You know that song, Handele, Handele, Mami, Ia, Ia, oh. And that's why I put the I, because he was banana rap mode.
Why would he listen to Nelly?
Because he's down with the people, bro.
That makes 0 sense. But I'm going to give it to you. I'm going to give it to you. So that was my great start to the era. I'm happy for Shukri Conrad. Wish there was more tests. It's really unfortunate that we have to wait until December. I think a lot of boxes were ticked.
Yes.
I think we got a few answers to some of the questions we've been asking.
We also carried on the momentum from all the cricket that's been happening in South Africa since January.
All the goodwill in cricket.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's important. So that the trolls can't stick it.
Yeah. So now we play West Indies in a ODI and T20s, but this doesn't count for Super League points. Our ODI next month against the Netherlands, that counts.
So why doesn't this count?
Because I think it falls outside the cycle. We were supposed to have finished our cycle, but the Netherlands test got cancelled because of COVID, if I'm not mistaken. So anyway.
Do you know who finished the cycle before you get there? About 28,000 plus individuals who finished the Cape Town cycle tour over the weekend.
Were you there to support anyone?
Shout out. No, but I drove through the debris of stuff afterwards. I saw them cleaning up.
Okay. Shout out to those who cycled.
Yes.
Well done.
Good work. Well done. Carl and I will compete in the cycle tour one day.
Never say that.
Recycle.
Although, do you know, I used to be like a Tour de France addict growing up.
Serious?
That was like part of, there's straws.
Nice.
This is the professionalism.
Shout out Duri.
Thank you, Durant and Kaya.
Do you know the year that, I'm good, thanks. Do you know the year that the cycle tour got cancelled?
Yeah.
I was supposed to race that year.
Really?
Yeah, I was supposed to race that year.
That was like 2-3 years ago.
No, maybe more, but 4 or 5.
Oh, yeah, because of the wind.
Velukaya was the team we were riding for. They do amazing work within the community, cycling-wise, after-school programs. And then I was at the start. And then it got cancelled. And I said, thank you, Lord.
Yeah. I was actually covering that event. I still had to get there and report on it. In fact, it was busier reporting on the cancellation than the actual race. But back to the cricket quickly. ICC Super League ODI points. We have to beat, if we beat the Netherlands, I think it's 2 games. Mm-hmm. If we win both of the games, whitewash, and New Zealand wins at least 1 game in their ODI series against Sri Lanka,
then we're in trouble.
No, then we go automatically. So we need to whitewash the Netherlands, hope that New Zealand beats Sri Lanka once, and that's that. But you know who doesn't need to worry about other teams beating other teams?
Bangladesh.
No.
Who?
Arsenal.
What a segue into Premier League. 5 points clear the Gunners. Do they have this team, Carl Lewis? Do they?
I mean, they looked so good against Fulham.
Yeah.
So Martinelli's goal there was a 23 pass sequence.
Wow.
So
Where did it start? Run me through it.
with the keeper.
Okay.
So now I'm not going to go through the whole bloody thing. It's a 23 pass sequence. So I went to dig a little deeper.
Okay. And you found out it was 28 passes.
No, it's 23 passes. So Arsenal this season have had 385 10 plus passing sequence.
Wow.
Now, 28% of those, I think Manchester City has more, obviously, naturally. But 28% of their 385 10 plus passing sequences have either ended in a shot or attempted shot,
Yes.
which is the highest in the Premier League. So it shows you they're playing really well. Also, in the 77th minute, Gabriel Jesus returned from injury.
Yes.
But I mean, they've done well without
Yes.
him, which for me shows how far Arsenal have come. So really impressive stuff. Another interesting stat is that Arsenal is only one of two teams in Europe's top 5 leagues that has 3 players that have scored 10 or more goals.
So that shows that the pie is being shared and it's not the
Yes.
Haaland show. And it's,
Exactly.
I hear you.
Exactly.
So who do we attribute this to? Do we go, okay, this is purely Arteta and him just going, this is the football we're playing. These are the player.
I think 2 weeks ago in our first episode, I mentioned how Arteta has changed the club culturally from within. For me, that is the biggest thing.
Okay.
And obviously, there's continuity with this team. It's a relatively settled starting 11. They know who their best players are, and they're going to play that. That always helps. And so that's the biggest change for me. And the fact that the goals are being shared. People are stepping up. Odegaard has been fantastic.
Yes.
Saka, Starboy. I love watching that dude play.
Yeah.
Martinelli's been playing well. Eddie Nketiah. I mean, Jesus is out. No problem. Eddie Nketiah
Yes.
got a new contract, proved his worth. And then we have to talk about the defense. You know, Ben White playing on right back has been great, but the Brazilian, Brazilian Gabriel, yes. And then the Frenchman, William Saliba.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Do they have the depth in terms of fresh legs, given the busy calendar?
That's my concern. I'm not with Jesus returning, that's more bodies now.
Okay.
But there's still 11 games to go. So I wouldn't count my chickens before they hatch, but I don't think I've ever been more confident.
Dropping 5 points is difficult, though. Not easy.
In 11 games. They lose next week. City wins, it's 2 points.
Fair.
Suddenly it's anyone's
fair.
game, and they are playing each other on the 26th of April.
Nice. We need to make sure that we get to England for that match. If you are watching and you want to fly us up to broadcast
Bekozo.
fly us up, thank you.
Bekozo.
Where are we going to?
So yeah, really impressed. Obviously, Manchester City, they snuck a 1-0 win against Crystal Palace. Liverpool lost against Bournemouth. United drew.
Yes.
So really Arsenal's weekend once again.
So we got Tottenham taking 4th and then United's 3rd. Newcastle's
Newcastle won.
yeah, bruh, they I think 5 points behind 4th spot.
Yeah.
Yo,
No, it's
Alan Shearer is smiling.
yeah. The battle for top 4 and European spots is really an intriguing battle. As is the the title challenge which you spoke about. As is the bloody relegation zone.
Yes.
That's also
So it's
there's a lot
delicious
of
all
teams.
round.
Delicious all round.
What other leagues tickle your fancy like this? Because when you see the bloody relegation zone, I could see you binging right through. Is it Spanish La Liga? I mean, bosses, what they
La
like
Liga
9
hasn't
points
really
now?
captured me for the past few seasons. Like I do watch the big games like
Yeah.
Barcelona.
Okay. Our Classico vibes.
Yeah, they beat Bilbao last night 1-0.
Yeah.
Bilbao were very unlucky. There was a VAR decision that cancelled out their goal, which,
Yes.
yeah.
Do the
Anyway,
football funnies call it VAR and not VAR anymore?
I don't know.
Because you just went smooth, old school. Yo, you were like spitting bars. Like, no, the VAR. Like, what? This is
VAR.
No.
Anyway,
fair play.
that is La Liga. I'm not as hot as I used to be,
Yeah.
but when we used to do our first podcast and attempted,
Yes.
I was very high on
You were
Serie A.
deep-
I love
yes,
Serie A.
You loved your Italian
And
football.
I have a very soft spot for Inter. That's like my Italian side, but I'm in love
Yes.
with this Napoli side. Like I'm in love with this Napoli
Reasons?
side. I wish I could say his name properly, but they have this Georgian player, Karalachvili. What Caradonna.
Carabao Cup.
So he's just been this. He's a Georgian player. They signed him this season. He's just
How old is he?
insane. I'd say he could be 21, 22.
Gee, still young.
So good. Then let's not forget about who I think would be the perfect striker for Man United, Victor Osimhen. He's a
Yes.
Nigerian guy, banging in the goals. He's going to win the Golden Boot, it seems like, then in Italy. They're just a fantastic side. I really enjoy Napoli. We don't get to watch Bundesliga and League One.
Yes.
Because obviously rights and stuff, but I'm just on a YouTube highlights buzz when it comes to
Nice. Carl Lewis, don't you love South Africa? Some load shedding binne in the podcast.
Yeah. Real life, man.
Yeah.
Real life.
There's no load shedding in Arsenal's camp, though. You happy, man?
Yes. And like I said earlier, I don't think I've ever been I've always been awaiting their fall, their slip up.
Yes.
But at this point in time, I'm very confident that they can actually go on to win this title, which will be good for the Premier League. I don't want another Man City title, please.
Yeah, I think we leave it there because you speak about titles. There's a massive title in September. It's called the Springbok World Cup title. I'm calling it that. Because I don't like you. You know I don't like you because of your impartialness. Where's your South Africanness? Even when the chips are stacked against us, we still eat the chips, Carl. And I'm still backing the Springboks to win the World Cup.
Whew. Yeah, so that's what I want. I'm glad you brought it up. The Springboks have a tough task, Taylor,
Yes.
to win the World
I
Cup.
know.
Okay.
You say that with heaviness like I'm not aware of it.
I mean, I watched France
Yes.
annihilate England.
Yes.
I watched Ireland destroy comfortably. Not destroy, it was 22-7.
Yeah, that's
But I
destroy.
mean, both their hookers were off the field
Okay.
and their flank had to throw in.
Okay.
And they had a prop scrumming at hooker and they looked even better.
Yeah.
And for me, Ireland this weekend proved why they're the number one side in the world. France, they are going to be tough to beat.
At home.
At home.
Mm.
But this is the thing. Someone at World Rugby deserves a clap, a PK.
Okay, what?
They firstly held their draw it was 2020,
Yeah.
like 3 years out of a World Cup.
Did they do it because of COVID? Or?
I don't know. I don't know the reasoning, but it must never be done again. The reason being, South Africa's Pool B. It has the world number 1 Ireland.
Yes.
It has world number 5 Scotland.
Yes.
Then you go to Pool A. Pool A has France and bloody New Zealand.
Yes.
Now, South Africa has to get past Scotland in the opener.
I just love how you're malfunctioning.
No, because I'm angry.
I've never seen you this angry.
No, how do you have 4 of the top 5 teams as it
Yes.
stands in World Rugby on one side of the
Yes.
draw? So
Who's the president of World Rugby?
Bernard Laporte, but he's been in
What country?
France.
Okay, now I always like to know.
You know about there's a lot of scandal.
Interesting dealings.
There's a yes. Anyway,
Not brown envelope, but brown envelope.
yes.
Yeah.
I mean, Rugby Africa, they have an office in SA Rugby, but they still decided to vote for France. That is still something.
We'll highlight in another episode.
Yeah. Anyway, so South Africa, their openers against Scotland.
Yes.
Then
Tough game.
in their
Tough
third
game.
match, they have to go against world number 1 Ireland.
Yes.
So whether they come first or second, they're going to end up with either France or New Zealand in the quarterfinal.
Which doesn't make for good, what's the right
There's
word?
a little something
Snolly
in
is-
your nose, yeah.
There's always snollies in my nose. Clear?
One more. One more.
I have to pull it out.
Yeah, just pull it out, bro.
Oh, I trim my nose
Okay,
is.
okay.
Oh, there, I trim my nose is.
Yeah,
We're going to leave that in. I'm very comfortable with who I am.
I know you
and,
are.
And I know that all of you scratching your nose, man. 'Cause
Of
I pulled
course,
up.
man.
I watch you in my traffic, at the traffic lights. I watch you in the rearview mirror.
Ook smell their own fart. all of
Okay,
that
cool. We're
jazz.
fine with it. Rugby-wise, it doesn't allow for the build-up. Oh, my word, it's Nadal and Federer in the opposite.
Yeah.
It doesn't allow for that.
Yeah, and the other side of the draw is like Australia, England, Argentina.
Is Australia still a rugby nation?
I mean, I still think they have some very good players.
I'm just worried about Sterling Mortlock.
Yeah,
Grieger Nuller. That's
yeah, that's
all. What a era.
that was the golden era.
Yeah.
But I mean, they still have some really good players.
Yeah, they do.
Ante Pasami, Rob Valentini.
I'm glad you're interested. I mean,
Now, my favorite player, Australian player, is Jordan Pataya.
yes.
I think he's like insanely talented. He
Yes.
actually looks like Durant.
yes.
Very handsome dude.
Yes.
A really, really good player. But
Yes.
anyway, that's besides the point. But the other side of the draw is so like,
It's a
yeah,
Who could-
England, Argentina, and Australia, like they battling out. One of them has a great route to the later stages of the World
Do
Cup.
you? This is we've got CAN URC teams.
Yes.
Do you think? Yes, it's great for us playing in Europe, getting exposure to that market since forever. We've all been asking why
Yeah.
have we not did that hemisphere. But do you think we've done them a favor by playing so many games against them? Because South African teams playing in the URC only allows European teams to get better.
Yeah. Yeah, I definitely think
It's been good World Cup prep for them, essentially.
it does help them at club level, absolutely. And obviously it helps them revenue-wise. But I think for us, it's a good move. It makes
100%. No, it makes sense.
financial sense. I don't. It's hard to quantify if it does help them, but I'm sure
Yes.
coming up against bruising South Africans week in, week out
Does.
do you a world of good.
France at home.
Whew. Yo, they destroyed England, Dalen. Like, they were scary good.
And for me, I've never experienced that in my
What?
France scary good.
Yeah, yeah.
Like I've
And
never watched the French play and go,
they-
oh my word.
Their depth is insane. Like, I mean, they had, I think it could have been their fourth choice tight head prop who scrummed really well at stages against Ellis Genge, who's a very good,
Yes.
he's highly thought of in the rugby world as a
Can
prop.
you drop names in them? Give me more names.
Oh, best 40 minutes of the year so far, Gregory Aldrit,
Yeah.
the French number 8. Damn, he's so good. He's such a good player.
Oh my word.
And-
You're having a moment here.
No, dude, the French players are like, I mean, I'm ready to
Yes.
go. I just like Antoine Dupont is an absolute freak at scrum off. He's just like a savant at rugby. And then you
Yes.
still have Romain Intermac. You have Gail Fiku, Jonathan Dante, Ramos, their fullback who kicks 100%. If he's injured, they have Jaminet to kick 100% at fullback. And they still have guys that are injured, like Cameron Wacky. He wasn't playing. They just have insane depth.
Can we just have a moment for Carl Lewis's name spitting fire? Ra, ra, pew, 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 pew.
Yeah.
I love it
Thank
when you
you.
speak. No. I love the depth of your knowledge, bro. This brings me to this question. How have Ireland managed to be this force over the past year?
Good coaching, picking the same team. There's real cohesion.
They're tough buggers because they're
very tough, man.
historically tough buggers.
They are tough, but the nice thing about this, they're the world number 1 side, but they also play really beautiful rugby.
I got you.
Really fast. Their ruck speed. If just watch them play at their best, their ruck speed. They get the ball out very quickly.
Okay.
And their dummy runners are just
Who's this scrummy?
superb. It's Conor Murray or Jamison Gibson Park.
Okay.
And then they fly off as Johnny Sexton at
Yes.
37.
Stop smiling. My
No.
South Africanness, don't smile when you speak about other players like this, okay?
Yeah, but
If you were saying,
he's-
oh no, it's Mani Labok, I get it.
no,
I'm
Johnny
just
Sexton
I'm
is
just throwing
quality.
it out there. We want Mani in the
Johnny
World Cup
Sexton is
squad.
quality, and they have a quality pack as well. The one concern I do have about Ireland is their scrum. I feel like we could get them at
Yes.
their scrum, but they have a great pack. Josh van der Fleer, one of the World Rugby nominees,
Yes.
or he could have won it. I'm not sure. Anyway, they've got a
Anyway.
good team, and the reason why I want to speak about Ireland and France because I enjoyed watching them play. I'm just like,
Are you worried?
The Boks have a big task.
We've been in camp in Cape Town since the start of March, I think,
Yeah,
towards the end of Feb. What I've enjoyed is seeing them enjoying each other's company.
yes. The
I think that
content's been good. Yeah,
The content's been good. We've been all watching the content. If you haven't, please go follow the Springbok Rugby side. I think that's good for a big year, especially given the amount of games they've been playing.
Mm.
When do Rassie and Sia start stressing?
Not.
Because
Maybe-
September's now, no?
Yeah, I don't think they should stress. Look, South Africa, we can still beat anyone
Oh,
on,
yeah, no,
on its day,
I'm-
you know. And
I'm there
our
for
depth is also
Can.
really, really good.
This is the golden era of SA Rugby.
It just matters on the day. Can they beat the side? Like for me, if we face New Zealand, in the quarterfinals, I still get worried when
Yes.
South Africa plays New Zealand because New Zealand have historically had the better of us.
But we show up.
No, we
It's
show
never
up physically. It's
hard-
never easy for them.
Yeah, it's hardly big margins,
Yeah. So, sometimes here and there, but
usually.
yeah, it does. I am a bit concerned.
Why
But
you want to fight with me? Just be biased.
I'm fighting with you because of your
Just
look
be
today.
biased. This is what a rugby player looks like. If this isn't a rugby player, I don't know what is.
But yeah, keep an eye on that Rugby World Cup vibes, and it's
And
the
we'll get more in depth once it's closer
and
to
it's
the
the
time.
final round of the Six Nations. Could Ireland win it? They face England,
Yeah,
and then France, I think, are playing Wales. I'm not sure. So could be an interesting weekend in that. So yeah,
for you. You're definitely going to be watching.
yes,
And
I
I'll
am.
speak to you about the results the
Yes,
following week.
yes.
I love how one-sided my rugbyness is.
Well, that's our main topics. Kickoff is complete. We are done. Now we go into our, what I'm terming our cool down. Oh, actually, we ask the listeners. It's either our cool down or it could be quick singles because we're going to do a couple of topics quick.
Yes, I like quick singles, but it's very specific to a sport.
Yeah.
And I like cool down because it's across all sports.
Okay. Do you know what the first topic of our cool down is?
I think we're going to kick it off with footy.
Yeah.
Let's give a whistle.
Durant.
Add a whistle. Lyle Foster.
Lyle Foster.
Can.
He
Left
scored,
foot. Hoya.
he scored his first goal for Burnley. Who's Burnley's manager?
Vincent Kompany.
Yo!
And-
well done.
Foster played against Company when Company was with Anderlecht.
Yeah.
Bruh, Company was vase. He saw him in like, I'm going to poach a slightly. Full
Yeah.
circle. Great story. It's online.
Yes.
Go read it. Go watch the story about it.
Yes. So it's very possible that we will have a South African playing in the Premier League next year because
Big deal.
Burnley are
At the top of the table in
they top
championship.
of the table in the
Mm.
championship. But not only this, I mean, for those footy lovers, we remember Burnley as a Sean Dyche team, like hard as nails.
Yes.
But this Company team is like playing really enterprising football. So I'm really happy for Lyle Foster. He got his
Yes.
first goal. It's obviously a lot of weight off your shoulders.
Yes.
Long may that continue.
100%. Before we go to the next cool down topic, I just want to give a shout out to Burnley. I don't know if they're still running. They used to play in at 9th Avenue, Roykrans, and I had a couple of brass that played there. And whenever they used to speak about Burnley, they say, Burnley, don't mess with fire. That was the...
Was there a Burnley in Cape Town?
Yes, but
Oh, I didn't know that.
yeah, there's a Burnley. They're playing at 9th Avenue.
What club did you play for here in Cape Town when you played soccer?
I played for Ashford.
Ashford,
Shout out to
okay.
Ashford. And I played for FC Fortune. Played for 2 seasons there.
Lekker.
I laugh because I played for Fortune for 2 seasons, the 13 and 15, and then went back to
Okay.
Ashford. And I told all my friends that Quentin Fortune and I were friends, and we bride there every weekend.
I don't like the way you say Ashford. Isn't it Ashford?
Ashford.
Yeah. Shout out to my club.
Shout out to Paul Lamb, playground legend.
Yes. He was with Maritzburg.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure where.
Cape
is
Town
that
City.
Cape Town City. But shout out to my club, Stefanians
Did
Ottery.
you play for Steph's?
Yes.
Our biggest rival.
Yeah, that's
Steph's
my
had some gun players in my
Bro,
generation.
that's
bro.
my family club, bro.
Okay, amazing.
All of us and my cousins played
So
there.
why are we sitting on the same couch together?
I don't know.
Actually, one of my
Rivals.
former teachers, Bradley Soul, big love to Bradley Soul,
Okay.
he's still involved with Steph's, but he was one of the key reasons that St. Anthony's St. Anthony's Primary in Heathfield went overseas on a cricket tour.
Okay, lekker.
Yeah. The pastor's also big at
Yeah. Well,
Steph's.
yeah. They have a great youth. A lot of kids playing there, like
Yes.
which is hard to get.
Yes.
In
and at,
this
Ash-
day and
and at
age.
Ashford, don't just toot Steph's as well.
Okay, okay.
please.
Well, this is now becoming a main topic and not a cool down topic.
Yes, okay. Moving on. Sundowns.
Bruh,
Speak to me.
Sundowns beat Al Ahly, and Al Ahly are supposedly the African club of the century.
Yeah, but the players, their supporters shine lasers in your eyes.
yeah. North Africa is a different beast when it comes to footy. Anyway, Sundowns beat Al Ahly 5-2 at Loftus on Saturday
Big
in
deal.
the CAF Champions League. Remember, in 2019 they beat them 5-0 as well.
Yes.
But this Sundowns team is
Fire.
like insane, bro. They've qualified now for the quarterfinals of the CAF.
Yes.
They lead the PSL by 17
Scary.
points.
Mm.
Look, they do have Motsepe's money.
Yes, but still, they're consistent.
Yeah, they
What's
are
it like there?
consistent.
How many league title in a row? Is it 6th? Yo, I'm
This will
lying.
be their 6th, yeah.
That's scary, bro.
It's very scary, dude. And Orlando Pirates and Kaizer Chiefs need to catch a wake-up call.
Yes.
I know that they up against Motsepe's millions, but run your club properly, man.
Yes.
And you could challenge with the right people, smart recruitment. The thing about South African football of like signing 10 players and then next season 10 players.
In short, I think what we've seen with Sundowns is money and good governance.
Yes. And and good coaching.
Good coaching. So
Pitso left.
yes.
Now it's Rulani.
He's doing
and
well.
for me, Rulani Mokoena is a young South African coach that we need to show some love for. He's obviously a student of the game. And, you know, some fans might think he's a bit too much. But you need someone who's obsessed with the sport. Like a Pep Guardiola type.
I love that.
A Roberto De Zerbi type.
I love
guys
that.
who are just like, these are their principles. They're sticking to it. This is the football they must play. And, I mean, his Sundown side is super technical. And like the concepts that they use, inverted fullbacks, very European.
Yes.
You know, super technical. They're playing in a diamond now, 2 strikers, which is a different from how Pitso used to play. So tactically, they're really a fascinating team to watch.
I don't want to leave it there because I know Chiefs and Pirates through to the Nedbank Cup last 8. Just also a big shout out to Stellenbosch.
Yes, what was a 9-goal? 6-3?
6-3, yeah.
Against
DS
TS Galaxy.
Well done, man.
Yes, because they're also a very well-run club.
Yes.
Remember?
They're young also, bro. People forget that.
They went to that Premier League competition earlier last year when the season started. And they won this youth Premier League competition, bro.
Who still posted about it? De Bruyne? There were a couple of Premier League players who...
Oh, Kevin De Bruyne.
Kevin De Bruyne,
okay, cool.
yeah.
But shout out to Stellenbosch because they also
Steve Barker, eh?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So our next topic for the cool down. Why don't you tell us about the Barcelona referee scandal?
But I want to know more about this because you are vice proper. Like, I'm not vice about this referee scandal.
Okay, well,
I know... Again, I speak under correction, but Barcelona's been scandal.
Brah.
Like we all know the president and the what's and the what. So tell me about who was getting brown envelopes here?
I mean, just high level stuff.
Yeah.
So
does the public know this or did they WhatsApp you?
From like, hey?
Does the public know this or did they WhatsApp you?
They WhatsApp. Nah, this is out in public. Okay. From like 2001 to 2017 or maybe even...
It's like 16...
For well over a decade, close to 2 decades, they were paying the vice president of the Spanish refereeing organization now to help to compile reports. That's what they say, but also to help Barcelona get decision. They worded it so nicely, but
favorable decisions.
So things won't go against them.
Oh my word!
So this is a Musa scandal. It's close to going to court now, where Real Madrid released a statement saying they will join the complaint.
And that's scary because how many refs were under that umbrella then?
A lot, and they were paying this guy 35,000 euros a month for an extended period. And you know the Ernesto Valverde, Pep Guardiola, they all said they didn't see any of these reports.
Okay.
So this is like super dodgy, Dylan.
That's close to 500,000 rand a month.
Yes. What is going on here is extremely dodgy and it's not a good look. However way Barcelona is going to spin it, this is not a good look.
No, not at all, bro, because if you have the authorities in your pocket.
Yeah, but this is going to be the stumbling block, is if they can how are you going to physically prove that Barcelona
can they be stripped
benefited
Can they be stripped of their titles?
Hey?
Can they be stripped of the titles?
Well, it needs to be proved. Like, this is a case in point where Barcelona benefited. So you literally have to go to old matches and see now.
Yes.
And it happens when I just explained to you how equalizer was denied for Atletico Bilbao.
I'm laughing because Seb Blatter's laughing, going, "Yo, it's not me. It's not me. Shot, guys.
Keep an eye on that. Is what I'm saying.
Anything else you want to cool down with?
I wanted to cool down with one more thing. Netflix has some very good sports documentaries. Obviously, Drive to Survive.
Yes.
They have Breakpoint, which follows the tennis tour.
Yeah.
But one that really grabbed me was Full Swing, which covers the PGA Tour. And they filmed it in like the greatest year to film it when Live Golf started forming.
I was going to say.
Yeah.
Because it's been interesting to see.
It's such a good watch, such a good sports docu, and I'm recommending it. I've been enjoying. I have a golf podcast as well. Check out Bet
Please,
Central
golf's
podcast.
got like 10 podcasts. Go watch all of them.
So I talk about golf weekly. So
Do
it's
you
interesting.
think that the PGA has just been shocked at the way in which Love has come in and has been opposed to a new opposition because they've been the authority for so long?
I definitely think definitely a firecracker up their bum.
Yeah.
In the sense
They
that,
never saw it coming, eh?
I mean, it was coming on a while.
Yeah,
but they didn't react. But it made them react. So the reason how they made them react, all these big tournaments now, we watch the Players Championship now the weekend. Scotty Scheffler won.
Scheffler, yeah. Back to world number 1.
Yes. The week before that was the Arnold Palmer invitation. So a lot of these, there's been 10 tournaments that's been elevated. When they say elevated, they're not just normal tournaments, bigger prize purses, a guarantee that a certain amount of top 50 players will play.
Yeah.
So like 25 million was the prize purse for the Players Championship recently.
Jeez.
4.5 million for the winner. So that's been the good thing. Liv has woken the PGA up and was like, yo, we actually need to pay our players more.
Yes.
And now you look at Liv Golf. Yes, they're paying exorbitant amounts, but is people really interested? Like they just secured their broadcast deal with a station, not a big broadcast company, and their numbers aren't that good. Even their YouTube numbers last year wasn't that good. So, I mean, they're fighting an uphill battle for relevancy, but they definitely have shaken up the golf world.
Yeah, and they're going to because, traditionalists.
Yeah.
We are PGA
exactly.
people. You're fighting all that. There's a lot.
But they've now shaken them up. There's a few new creative ways that the PGA is trying to make things interesting. So, in essence, it potentially is a good thing for the world of golf and players.
Magic, man. This cool down segment is dope. It's a great way to wrap up episode 3. What do you think?
Episode 3, a good one. I love talking to you, Dylan, actually. I know I must be nicer to you and stuff.
No, I enjoy listening to you speak. There's moments where I go, and again, I always tell you this, I don't mind not knowing things. And there's moments when I sit back and go, I'm just learning so much at this point as I listen to you.
That's very nice of you.
But then I also go, this guy's beard is ugly. Like, it's tough, man. You know what I mean? You're just like winning with facts. And then I'm like, but shave.
I know.
But then your hat's on. So I also go, I don't have to look at this baldness. So it's a good balance.
My daughter said the same thing about my beard. Like that.
So patchy.
Why are people
What is it?
I don't grow a full beard. But she was like questioning me, why are people going to want to watch you on YouTube with a beard like that? That's like hurtful, bruh.
Just think about this. I'd love kids one day. So when I have kids, you're going to be older and I'm going to be old. And then you're going to be like, yo, bruh, goed you.
Yeah. No, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
You're a cool young dad. I'm going to be the old dad going, where's the parking for us over here?
I wish she could realize she has a cool young dad.
Yes.
But for her, it's like a 67-year-old corny dude.
No, I think you're cool. Or can I
Thank
be the
you.
old dad who does CrossFit at 50?
Okay, that's a step too far for me. That's a step too far. Because they
far.
say CrossFit's a cult.
Yeah, no, it is. I heard you throw your keys into a basket sometimes. What?
Shout out to our CrossFit people. I do know some people who do that and take it seriously and are very good at it.
I too, I got good friends who's in the CrossFit space. I actually went to a class once. And it was, I really enjoyed it. No, don't critique it until you're there.
Okay. Are we? Oh yeah. Remember, we're ending the episode. Remember to use our bonus code is here.
It'll pop up.
Sign up for Betcoza.
Yeah.
Use our code NTR100 and we'll match you up until 2000. Oh, they'll match you up until 2000.
I was gonna say, he said we. I'm like, my bro, is that me or is it you?
Yeah.
They
up to 2,000 Rand on your first deposit. So use our code. They like us so much, they gave us a special code.
Aware. And big shout out to Betcoza for showing us love, man. We appreciate you. This doesn't work without your support and magic. So big love. And the viewers.
Yes, and the viewers. The response has been lekker.
Viewers, you guys are number one, man.
And also comment if there's anything you'd like to see.
We want to engage. What do you want to see from us? We're trying our best in terms
Don't say more of Durant. And do not say Durant.
Just come show them how good looking you are.
Durant is more handsome than me.
Come. He's the most handsome part of this podcast. Let's wrap it up with him.
Let's wrap it up with Durant.
Yeah.
Come.
Jason Momoa. Look at this hair.
They're gonna knock his socks off.
Don't put on your
Continue, my
sexy
boys.
voice. Don't put on your sexy voice.
Yeah, you Afrikaans don't come with a sexy voice.
radio.
Yeah.
Don't
the radio
put on your
Okay,
sexy.
so let us say goodbye.
But I actually want Duran to wrap this up in his sexy radio voice.
Yes.
Yeah. Wait, let's all. Are we gonna blue steal it, Carl?
Wait,
yeah.
should I bring
Yeah,
it?
yeah, yeah. I'm gonna. No, yeah.
Oh, okay. You know how it works. Nice,
Yeah, yeah,
Dylan.
there we
You
go.
can see you've been in this industry.
What?
Okay, so
You-
we
you
wrap
wrapping
it
it
up, eh?
Episode 3.
This has been On Traveling Reserves, episode 3. Follow, share, like, subscribe, comments, and yeah, let's chat about more sports next week, I guess.
Let's do that.
Do that. If,
Thank
More
you, dude.
Comments, more derans in the
Away.
yeah.
if you're looking for love, SMS love 35050. We got you.
Ciao.